One, two, check, check. One, two, nigga. Yeah, back for an episode. Oh, man. This is an episode or whatever the fuck we want to call it, nigga. We're going to call that shit. As they said, it's a little funny looking, but, the Android got that funny quality, but still, still get the job done when you hear hear the words and shit.
You live?
Yeah.
Oh, you went live on it.
That's all right, dude.
You went right in.
I'm on my YouTube and shit.
You went right in. I ain't.
You backed up a little bit. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, we in here.
Yeah, man.
Look, go ahead and spark that joint.
All right, look.
It looked like I'm looking to the right and shit. So I think the camera might be up here.
Camera over there. All right, look, man. Yo, this is a fresh live, man. So excuse us, man. Fresh live. And I usually don't smoke on camera, but man, we gotta keep everything authentic.
Check this out, dog. This is, man. We've been recording for a while, and we've been kind of just, just talking to, you know what I mean, just to get the juices flowing and just think about solutions to our problems, man. And one of the problems with the solution is that niggas don't want to fix nothing. Like, nobody really seems like they really want to fix anything. Everybody is content. It's like we're content with our struggling and shit. Like, we've been desensitized to the struggle to the point where it's like, man, it ain't that bad, Like, the house is burning down, but it ain't that hot for real. I could deal with it. I could deal with the fucking ass whoopings and shit and the abuse. I could deal with the fucking, with the withdrawal.
It's like,
I could deal with everything, but in reality, how long we gonna deal with this shit before we start realizing, I need something better. I need to change my ways. I need to change my ways. Like, I was scrolling down my motherfucking news feed on Instagram, and all I see is butt cheeks clapping. All I see is cheeks clapping and shit. And then, I'm thinking to myself, I watch porn. I'm literally watching porn all day. From the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep, I'm watching porn on the internet, on Instagram all day. So I watch that porn, and then I go to Pornhub and watch that porn. It's like, goddamn, son,
it's like,
that's a lot of porn. That's a lot of fucking, and I'm just saying it just to be vulnerable, because everybody got their vices
what
and
you
shit.
doing, bro? You basically saying, like, yo, we living in sin.
We living
like we living in like straight up sin, yo. Like, we're doing things on a regular basis that separate us more and more from God, yo.
And it's to the point where it's starting to get trifling and making you sick.
And it's like, not only we separate, dog, we don't. We spend so much time arguing about things that are counterproductive. Like, we literally invest our time into disagreeing with one another as opposed to investing our time into fixing things. That's the problem. We don't invest our time into fixing nothing. And it's when we do talk about what the problem is, like I said, we argue about the problem amongst each other.
And then
that's what we
not only is it arguments, but it's a lot of coddling and shit going on. Like, man, and I say this, like, when I was a kid, my mom used to coddle me all the time and shit. And my father would be like, yo, you ain't got to coddle. He wouldn't say coddle, but, there were period of times where they'd be like, nah, man, you ain't got a baby, nigga. And then eventually I got to a point where I didn't want my mom trying to, like, let me speak for myself. You ain't got to defend, you don't even got to defend me. I can speak for myself. And I understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to try to protect your people and shit, but sometimes, you got to let your people fight their battles, You got to let your people grow up and fight their battles. You can't coddle them,
Yeah, man, and that's part of like that, kind of people have that victim mentality. We kind of just feed into it. Like, we don't talk about how we can switch it around. We just kind of talk about how bad it is. Like, that's what we do on a regular basis. How bad something is, but we never talk about what we can do to get out of those bad things. We just keep talking about how bad it is.
And then it's like the only reason why. I feel comfortable speaking is because I'm guilty as shit. I'm just as guilty as the niggas I'm judging and shit, for real.
Yeah, we all guilty of sin, man.
So at some point, we gotta have a healthy dialogue about our issue. Like what's the problem for real? Like, we could say white people, we could say the government, I could say drugs, I could say all types of shit, but what's really the issue, yo?
Damn, man.
It's the lack of belief, lack of faith.
Lack of faith, not just faith in God, just a lack of faith in general. Like,
Yeah.
we're very pessimistic. Like, we don't have no. We continuously speak into existence what we can't do. We'll say, oh, we can't do that. We can't do this because of that. We can't do this because of this. Like, that's what we continuously tell ourselves all the time.
Oh, I do it tomorrow.
Oh, I do it tomorrow.
I do it next week.
Congratulations.
And before you know it, you fucking 20 years in, like, damn, I still ain't do that shit.
Truth be told, we indulge in things. Like right now, you won't never see me smoking on camera. This is something that we indulge in that has, if anything, that has effect on our psyche as well. Like, we indulge in things on a regular basis.
And I make excuses
Like,
all the time.
you
Why
know,
I smoke.
exactly. I make continuous excuses. Like, on a regular, I keep making excuses, and I say this is what I need to do to help me. In all reality, Jesus says to be sober. God says to be sober and watch for Him. So basically, for that hour, for judgment, if God pours upon us right now while we're intoxicated, we're literally saying we know we're not supposed to be, but we're doing it anyway.
Yeah.
So if we're doing that, can you imagine how people are doing that all the time? Like,
That's what I'm saying.
That's like people literally living like that. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but it's okay. God will understand, or just God don't exist. I'm gonna do what I want to do. It's either one of those. But it's just.
I think the funny part, not even a funny part, but the thing about it is, like, most of the time when we're doing the things that we're doing, we could feel it destroying our bodies. Like,
Oh, yeah.
we could feel the alcohol destroying us. I could feel the cigarette destroying me, nigga, but I still smoke. I could feel the weed destroying me sometimes when I'm lusting and shit, or, you know, I could feel the lust destroying me. I could feel it, but it's got to a point where it became a habit, you know. But every habit can be broken if you really want to break it. You
And
know
that's
what I'm
just
saying?
it. Part of the lusting part is like, everyone is literally living adulterous lives. Like even people in couples. Like, so basically, say it'd be like this. It'd be a couple at a club, right? I've seen pictures floating. I don't know who the couple is. And people say goals and energy. It'd be a couple pretty much doing nasty stuff to each other on the floor
In front of everybody.
And people say those are goals. Those are people goals. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I'd rather keep what I do with my woman, you know, private.
Yeah.
It's not, my goal is not to,
Like,
I'm not about to have my girl twerking in front of y'all.
a lot of people not gonna admit this, but porn destroyed us. Like, porn was one of the major one of the major destructions of the American
Think
people.
about we was kids and we were trying to watch the squiggly channel.
It's like I knew I liked girls as a kid. I knew I was a horny little kid and shit.
When they made it available like that,
and I didn't need to watch. I used to try to find the porn and shit.
That's what I said. The squig, like, we used to try to find a squig, like,
Just knowing it was available. Just knowing it was available.
Think about when they started coming out with like HBO and stuff.
Yeah,
and we had to
try to sneak
you
and
try
watch
to
Real
buy,
Sex.
you try to buy it, like
Real Sex 35.
You be a dumbass trying to buy it.
You trying to order it?
Like, yeah, you
You try to order on TV.
I mean, I didn't.
I know.
But it popped up. I know it.
You
I'm
be
sure
like,
it
you
popped
be
up
close
before.
to clicking that button. Like I say, I clicked it by accident.
It just like I said, it just like we literally indulge, like the club scene. Like, a girl come to the club, she got her boobs out, butt out, everything just like out.
It's like, what?
And everybody looking. So, and we can say, and then what we say is, number one, the woman can do she wants to wear, and then number two, a man can control himself.
It's
Those
like,
are
we all
those
know
are two
we're
things
horny.
we say, knowing damn well, like you just said, everybody horny outside.
So if I know I'm horny, then I know that I gotta cover up. Cause if I don't, I'm gonna be exposed to the fucking beast. It's the same thing. I'm a man, but it's the same thing. Like, you see, I always got something on my head. I always got on long. It's a subconscious that I always got on long sleeve. I always cover my shit up.
You ain't, like I said, now these days, man, you ain't catching me.
Everybody out,
catching me in no
man. You
club.
see niggas kneecaps and ankles and shit. Bitches be
too
out
much
this
skin,
joint.
too much skin showing. Everybody like,
I mean, not bitches.
and then a man be fondling his girl in public. Like,
Yeah, I think that's
can't do
disrespectful.
stuff like that. I don't condone stuff like that. I don't appreciate stuff like that. And those are the things we indulge in.
Right.
And I think that creates this atmosphere we're in. Like, when we talk about energy transfers, when we talk about people having sexual intercourse, like, not only does energy transfer at that point, but you gotta understand it transfers throughout the day. If you're in a room of people and everybody throwing out their energy, their self, they're literally affecting the atmosphere. And everybody's putting their thoughts out, everybody putting their feelings out. Their aura, like.
And not only is it people, but it's intoxicated people in one room. with a bunch of different demons they carrying around, talking and spitting on each other in the club and shit. And it's like that shit disgusting when you think about it. Like, hold up, bitches be on the floor just gyrating like a motherfucker.
It's too much, man.
And then
it's too much.
If I decide to like grab her butt, I'm gonna be wrong. If I decide to just
because like I said, we're told that we got to control. Like men are told to control themselves. So it's almost like a woman will literally bend over, twerk in front of you, ass all out. Excuse my verb, whatever. Ass all out, and then expect a man, and then tell a man to control himself. So it's like dangling a bone in front of a dog.
Yeah,
like what would you really, what do you really expect? If think about it, that's the real question. What do you expect? You have to expect that a man's gonna be a dog. You have to expect that. You better not walk into a club and think there's a decent man in there. I'll be real with you, because what I'm trying to say is that man have to prove himself. At that moment, that man's not being decent. That man is not coming to the club to be decent. Like if a man, like that man,
the club was made for.
Yeah, he's not coming.
The club
to be decent,
was made
man.
for cats and dogs.
And
man.
even if he's coming to be decent, you have to know in your mind, ladies, that that's a persona. You have to know that he's giving you his best swag. You have to know that. You have to know that. And then when you know that, you cannot buy him. You cannot buy the lies, yo. You got to make that man work.
Yeah.
Y'all, it's to the point now where all man got to do is show him what he got.
Yeah.
He got a little money.
Like, I don't
he got
even
a little car. He got a little leverage. That's enough for a woman. That's what women even say nowadays. You ain't got no car. You ain't got no job. You ain't got no money. I can't help but you fail to understand that how many times in life can you fall under one of those categories? So it's no point. You're caught up in what a man has, but it could be a man without that got more within than that man that you thought had it all. Because the surface, he had it all. He had the clothes, he had the belts, he had all that.
And then on the flip side, look, on the flip side, when you find a girl, when you run into a girl that ain't got a car, a job, or whatever, we still obligated to be nice to her and treat her like a queen and princess and all this shit just because she's a girl. But
exactly, you're right.
Lately, I was thinking like, you know what? I don't want no girl that ain't got no car, no job, and none of that shit either. I don't want it either. So
it's fair. You at least being fair about it.
But it's like at some point, I gotta look past that. Like that's a person in need. Like
not even that, man.
I'm not in need, but you know what I mean. Like everybody needs to.
Some people are fine without a car.
Yeah,
some people are literally fine without a car.
Like I ain't got no whip.
Like I ain't had a whip all my life. You get lucky. It is what it is. What I'm saying is like some people are fine without a car. Some people are fine without a certain kind of job. That's why you see so many homeless people. Think about it. Think about it. Why would the person remain homeless? Why wouldn't they try to get a job? Why not? What's stopping them? 9 times out of 10, they're comfortable. Like you look at it like they're wasting space. Who was to say that they thought in their mind, like, what if it don't mean the same to me? Like,
yeah, exactly.
What if their thought is like, I don't want to go work for somebody. I work. My ancestors work for I don't want to work for nobody.
Well, what if?
And so, are you mad? Is that person wrong?
That's what I'm saying.
And what if that person don't value money the way you do? What if you don't care about how you look? What if that person gave all his money to? What if somebody was rich, gave all their money away, and became poor?
Does that negate who they are?
Exactly.
You see him on the street.
Exactly. And you see. And even then, like, it just goes to show you that it's all about the value you put on life. So, to you to say, oh, because you don't have this, you don't have that, you don't have this, you ain't got nothing going for you, you're not successful. That's you measuring by you're measuring by the standard of a civilization that told you that this is what success is.
And a lot of people ain't experienced that shit. Like, man, I remember one time I got into an argument with my father.
Mm-hmm.
I got into an argument with my father about something. I forgot what it was, but I went outside. I slept outside that night just to see what it felt like to be homeless. I swear to God. I went to it's a bench.
That's deep, bro.
It's a bench, and you know where I used to live at. Where I just chill by the pool and shit. You know, I went down there and I was just on top of the bench and shit, and then it started raining. I went inside the building, but I was like, I just wanted to, and it's like, it wasn't even an argument. Like the argument with my father ended with, you right, You right. And then, I left and I was like, I need to see what it feel like to be homeless. Like I need to go through it real quick.
And that just shows, man, that, you know what I mean, like your humility.
It was
bro.
like a lot of y'all,
that's what's
a
up.
lot of y'all ain't felt that shit yet.
Ain't never been homeless. Ain't never.
Or-
Nah, you know what's a lot of people probably have been homeless, man. Some people probably have slept like on the streets before. Yo, I ain't gonna downplay it.
Now, what I'm saying is like based on like a majority of the people I see like in the hip, like I guess you could say hip hop because we kind of hip hopish. Most of those people act like they've been balling their whole lives and shit, like they never been through nothing type shit.
You right, man.
So a lot of our actions and behavior is based on what we see. It's like we learn about slavery and shit, and then we see the few black people that made it through, and they get to be entertainers for us, but we don't realize like they fucking pushing the narrative on us right now. So instead of wanting to be scholars and scientists and all that shit, we like, man, it's gonna be hard. I mean, we know it's gonna be hard for me to do that shit here. My best bet is trying to be an athlete or a rapper or something or a video hoe. You know what I mean?
It's almost and that's exactly what everybody. It's almost like you know what everybody gonna be. Like you know what everybody's trying to be. Especially now. Right now, it's all about influence.
Like I don't have a desire to be no motherfucking scientist or none of that shit. I don't
want to know nothing.
I just need something that fits my fucking nature.
I'm literally overwhelmed. When it comes to like not the science and stuff and astrology and all
too
that.
Much shit.
I'm literally overwhelmed. Yo. I can't keep up. People, it's
like,
too many.
There's only so many ways to tell niggas my zodiac sign. Like how many times am I gonna explain that I'm a Capricorn to a motherfucker? Like, man, how many times am I gonna look at the same zodiac every year? It's the same words. Every day is the same set of words. That was, you know what I'm saying? It's the same set of words.
Every year, same thing, same.
Like, man, how many times do I gotta fucking? How many times am I gonna look? Like at what point am I going to realize, or not even realize, but at what point am I going to stop and say to myself, none of this is normal. This is not normal to behave. This is not normal to be in this, to be thinking like this, to be moving like this, to be unaware that people are watching me type shit. Most black people are unaware that they being watched. Y'all niggas still trying to go to Disneyland and shit. Y'all niggas still taking y'all kids to Disneyland, but y'all know them niggas getting pulled. Y'all know they getting bagged for child trafficking.
It's one of the things where, like,
then you still want a hug from Mickey Mouse.
It's one thing everybody need to be P's and Q's, man. Like, watch your children closely. Everybody not for you out here. Everybody not on your side out here, man. And as much as I would hope, as much as I pray and wish that everybody come together, I know that everybody's not. I know everybody's separate. Everybody got their own opinions. Everybody got their own life. Everybody trying to be who they want to be, whatever that is. And nobody want to help nobody. It's a selfish world we living in. Very selfish, man. So to anybody out there trying to like give, I salute you. I'm trying to give yourself, trying to give you advice, trying to give anything you got to help somebody. I support you. You know what I mean? And I appreciate you, because again, all this world does is take. All the people on the top do is take from the people on the bottom, and then the people on the bottom take from each other at the bottom. Yeah. And we don't help each other. Like, we got numbers.
It's like we know we got the same.
We got
enemy.
numbers. We got numbers.
We know we got the same enemy. So why we fighting each other? Why we fighting each other over crumbs when the enemy is eating the steak in front of our face? They looking at us eating.
I saw this. It was just it was like a picture of like a bunch of people eating at the table.
Yeah.
And it was like the table was on top of everybody's back.
Oh yeah, I saw that shit.
It said something about all we gotta do is stand up.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it was like, and it was the most like revealing picture I ever seen. I was like, you know what, bro? Like, ironically, you know that whoever created that is somebody from the side, from that, like, mocking. Like, this country, what this country does is mock a lot. They mock people.
Yeah.
What they do is they're like, what they do like for us, the black community, they'll pass something. Like, they'll pass like I read there was rebellion. It was rebellion. I'm trying to think of his name. I feel bad because I forgot it so bad.
Virginia?
This was in. It might have been Virginia. It might have been Virginia. It might have been Georgia.
Okay.
It might have been Georgia. I think it's a G. Gary. It might have been Gary. There was
a nigga named, not nigga, but Gabrielle Prosser. Is that who you talking about?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
My man, no.
Nah,
See, hey, my man,
Hey,
no.
look, y'all niggas
Nah,
think,
I'm
hey,
not
look, nah, look,
I
anybody,
just read it. I just read
look,
it.
look, anybody that's watching us that know us, like, man,
I just read it.
We've been trying to tell y'all niggas.
Hey,
man,
I
we
just
on
read it,
point.
and what was I going with it? I just read it, and what they did. So in 2007, so this happened in the event happened in 1940
I don't
something.
remember exactly when it
In
happened.
1940, I think. Not 19.
I just remember. I remember learning about this shit.
It was in the 1800. It was in the 18. I know it was. It was in the 1800s. So long story short. So in 2007, the governor of Georgia made like a statement saying they were wrong with it because they hung 25 people, bruh. 20 for the biggest. That was the biggest.
Like a mass
Not even a
lynching.
yeah, the biggest length ever. Like, but it was on some like, it wasn't even. This wasn't even no KKK type stuff. This stuff was in the law.
Just regular people.
They literally executed people. It was law. Judges executed them. 25 people. And then, long story short, that governor in 2007 came up with like a part, like said he was wrong. They were wrong for it. Like,
Oh, they apologized.
not even apologize. Gave like a daggone like statement about it. Like, what?
It's like, what the fuck is that
What
gonna do,
was the
nigga?
point? What was the point of
You
that?
can't. Now I understand if you want to
Like,
repent. I understand you want to
I'm
make
not mad
amends.
at her facts right, but man, I just read it. I
I'm
just
pretty
read it
sure
last
niggas
night.
done, man. I'm pretty sure niggas done seen these stories. Like everybody done seen these stories. So at this point, it's like, look,
I said Gary. It's Gabriel.
it's one of the
Gabriel. It's close enough.
That could be the wrong person.
Ain't no question.
Too.
It's Gabriel too. It's in the Bible too.
That's an angel, right?
Only angel mentioned.
Man.
Only angel mentioned in the Bible is Gabriel.
Shit,
Man.
deep, y'all, and it's like
Real deep.
knowing
man.
that's we. If you think about the idea of equality, now that means that we will fight for equality so they stop beating us up. And that's that seems like a fair. It's like if you want out of desperation, almost. It's almost like out of desperation, we like figure it out, man. Look, man, the only way we're gonna beat these, like if you think about it, the only way you gonna fight back is like there is no other way. The only other way to fight is the peaceful way, because there ain't no like it's either I'm gonna kill you or I'm gonna be at peace, and we choosing to be at peace, nigga. So like the least we can ask is to drink from the fucking regular water fountain and shit. Damn.
So you said water, I was picking up water.
Well, yeah, it's like the least you could do is let a nigga ride on a fucking bus.
People always, somebody gonna look. Man.
But at one point we gonna be like, you know what, man, fuck your bus. We all about to walk, nigga. All of us walking, nigga.
I remember when we got off the bus.
Yeah.
We did that before.
Look, nigga, imagine if
we took a stand, got off the bus because like they try to kick Oak off, right?
Yeah,
nigga,
we all walked.
We all got.
It was hot as shit. It was hot. It was a long walk, but we all walked,
we
nigga.
did it though, man. Like
we all walked.
We've always been taking stands.
That shit was crazy.
This ain't nothing new. Like
it's like if you really think about it,
this is the beginning of it, yo. This is the beginning of what we, you know what I mean? Like, man, it's just the beginning of all it, yo. Like
it's like before the internet, you just had to. You just was in the moment before the internet. We couldn't record shit. We was just in the moment. I mean, we was on school buses, but now we adults. We just the same concept. Like,
look, we recording that. Everybody got them phones now. Everybody recording. It was a time where we ain't have all the, we ain't have all the gadgets and gizmos. We just had the flip phone.
These cell phones is
the flip phone was like enough for us. I was cool. You thought it was cool. I'll flip it over.
Yeah,
like that was cool. We should have stopped. That would have been enough then. We could have stopped it then. We'd have been fine today. If we didn't get all into the smartphone stuff, like the smartphones, y'all know how it go, man. The smartphones is definitely what changed up the game, man. You started seeing people had that. That's why everybody got neck problems now back here.
Yo, I was like, you know what? I've been driving my head a lot.
Everybody like this all the time.
Niggas like analog. Hey, we turned into
nah. They got us like they got us by the nut. Like
they like. Hey, look, you think about the idea of being lynched, and they got everybody neck down like this, nigga. Hold up, son.
That's why I tell myself. I'm looking at this screen. How in the world is this on? Like, what am I looking at? Like, what exactly is in the screen? It's a lot to take.
It's too much. It's too much when you think about it.
It's a lot coming in, yo. It's a lot coming in the eyes. It's a lot coming into the mind. It's a lot coming
like
in.
Right now, somebody's probably watching my videos. Like, somebody's probably in my phone watching everything I do. Like And I don't even, they probably got a big ass cameras watching me fucking.
They definitely doing what they do. They definitely like end of the day. That's how I say it. They ain't watching everybody. Like they don't care about.
They only
everybody.
watching niggas that's like
They don't
that they feel is like a terrorist threat or
as a
nah. But that's the thing. They watch they. It's like they're not watching everybody, but they got everybody on camera though.
Nah, they want to see.
They could get to what they need to get.
They
to
worried
type
about.
shit.
They worried about the people who can. They worry about the people that ain't conforming, yo. That's all, man.
Yeah.
You know how I go, man. They worry about the people that ain't like doing what
They work. They worry about the. They worried about the chosen one.
And if you speaking about, I know you're speaking about Jesus. You know how I go. They hate you.
God's chosen people, man.
Hey.
So the whole battle on Earth, this whole time we've been here, has been it's been a battle of who's God's chosen people. So everything we grew up in America, like literally every single thing that we learned.
Put it down.
Yeah, go ahead. Every single thing that we learned
Hit it one more.
was like
Step it up.
to convince us that God ain't real and we God. Like God we trust. On a dollar bill, they saying God we trust. And God I trust. But then everything they do goes against what God represents. So it's like, why would the devil say in God that we trust?
Because the devil could say it. The devil could say it.
Because that's confirmation that there is a God.
Because he wants to be God. The devil know. The devil.
It's like
show you.
It's a mockery. It's like literally like they mocking you on a dollar bill, nigga. They put $1. They put in God we trust on a piece of paper. And
they put in God we trust. We never give it to God. Like we don't never trust God.
So
like,
we're subconsciously looking for God through money. We are literally subconsciously looking for God through money.
But then the Bible will tell you how God feel about money. You know what I'm saying? Your precious silver, your gold ain't gonna mean nothing. It ain't gonna mean nothing when judgment comes.
So
you know what I mean? Like
so we're mocking a religion. It's like we're mocking the idea of God, even though we have the instructions on how to deal with this shit. Like everything that you have a problem with, that you think you need to go see a therapist, or you think you gotta fucking go jump off a building, or like sometimes you gotta go find yourself and shit.
I guarantee you find that in the Bible.
You gonna, nigga, anything you need.
I know I could put my life on that. Anything you facing,
man.
There's somewhere in the Bible that'll help. There's some words in the Bible that somebody's story, a passage, scripture, song, whatever. Something will come across and fit exactly what you're going through.
And it's like every form of information. If you think about the literature that you're reading, think about all the different literatures that you're reading. For some reason, you believe all that shit that you're reading. Like when you read about the conquistadors and all that shit, nigga, fucking, you believe in all that shit you reading. So it's like this. It's literally the same thing. It's like, man, look, dog. Niggas need to slow down. Like we talking about, we let these rappers have us fucked up, thinking we only live once and shit. Like nigga, you don't live once, nigga. You die once, but you live forever, right? Like you really think your soul's just going black?
The thing is, it talks about the second death, though. It talks in Revelation, though. It talks about a second death. People gonna experience a second death.
People like
meaning like where he said he said people gonna come from Haiti. He gonna pull people from the depths of the sea. Damn. People who've been dead for generations to be judged. So meaning like people, he basically saying people who are dead now, they ain't even been judged yet. So judgment ain't come yet. So almost like where everybody at then? If everybody, people pass, you
think about the people who's been murdered. Like think about the people who died natural death, but think about the amount of people. I'm gonna track this dope. Think about the amounts of people who've been murdered without justice. That's in the graves and shit that nobody knows about. Nobody knows this story.
Man, it's probably can't even like. It's probably one.
Can't even fathom that shit.
Man, if there was like a world newspaper that put out every single death every day, you'll have an article every day about somebody being killed unjustly. Every single day. I'm talking about a straight up story. They just don't report every story.
They only report
when they reporting Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson not breaking up, somebody dying, but they're not reporting that.
I noticed that
when they report, like, they're reporting everything.
They report the brutal shit, like they be like 5 kids got fucking blown up in the fucking.
Yeah, they don't report nothing, man. Look,
guy
man,
gets beat with a hammer. He gets bludgeoned.
There's
to
a
death.
lot of stories out here,
Like,
man. There's people who come from nothing. There's people who learn how to live, and there's stories out here to be told. And you know what I'm saying? People out here, not everybody's making bad decisions. Not everybody, you know what I mean?
It's like, what,
some people are really trying to better
where
themselves.
the stories of the triumph at? Nigga?
Yeah, yo, some people really got some stories where, like,
I don't want to hear how you sold crack and got out the hood. I'm trying to hear some triumph story. Like, you remember Pursuit of
There's
Happiness?
always some story about somebody. Yeah, it's like again, not everybody indulged in everything. Like, not everybody was a drug dealer. Not everybody was a
It's
hustler.
like, goddamn.
Not everybody was everybody did different things, man.
The fact that we even have to edify that shit every time we talk is how you know it's a problem. It's like that shit is flooded our whole ways of living and fucked us up to the point of no return. And I'm still seeing niggas talking about who got paperwork on them and shit. Like, man, y'all niggas looking for paperwork and snitches. If you fucking searching for a nigga paperwork, that's weird. Like, I'm not looking for no nigga fucking paperwork.
I don't, man. Look, I'm
not beefing with no nigga that much to be looking for no paperwork from no man. I don't even pay my damn taxes, nigga. I mean, I pay my taxes on my check, but I don't file them motherfuckers. Man, I ain't filed taxes. Look, this is how I see it. I'm paying my taxes, so they can't fuck with me. Like, they're taking money out of my check.
That's true.
So, what the fuck do you want from me, nigga? I paid you. So what the fuck? So if I don't file them, I don't get my money back. But I still paid them. So leave me the fuck alone.
That's true, son. Like, for real, you put it like that. Like, that's true. It's almost like, why did anybody owe taxes? Like, at the end of the day, man, y'all know how it go, man. This land is what it was. It is what it is. It's gonna be. It's almost over. Like, this is the roller coaster, the ride.
Don't fuck with me about them taxes, dog.
Hey, the roller coaster, the ride is almost over.
If the IRS is watching this, I paid y'all niggas on my paycheck. Don't fuck with me, nigga. Like, you pay your taxes where?
Man, bump it. Hey, look, the way I say it, man, we shouldn't be paying taxes anyways. Y'all know how it goes.
Like, man, these niggas is.
But they set it up this way, man. It's America, man.
They fucking. You know how, like, when you squeeze a rag?
They gonna milk you.
They squeezing the rag on niggas.
They gonna milk you for what it's worth. Yo, like, that's what they do, man. Like, and we just sitting in it. We just be sitting here and taking it. Like, we the take it generation. We take whatever they give us.
Man.
Like, they tell you to stay inside. When COVID hit, they said go inside. We said, okay.
See, it's funny.
Now monkeypox hit. They ain't telling us what to do. So all you seeing is stories of doctors, like, turning people away because they don't know what to do.
And then you see some niggas getting vaccinated for this shit. Like how the fuck, man?
Look, man, it's one of these things where, like, the more faith we put in man, dog, the more faith we put into mankind, the less of a chance we got, man. Like, they don't have all the answers.
These motherfuckers about to lead us off a cliff, yo.
So it's like it's man-made, man. Like everybody always say, man, it's man-made. When they talk about the Bible, it says man-made. It's manipulated to control the masses. Science is the same way, man. These people are the same thing.
Like, I would rather believe the Bible than science, because science, you can't fucking prove. You can't show me no vial of fucking COVID-19 and show me what it looked like, nigga.
But people,
nigga, they drew a fucking nigga. These niggas drew a picture of a ball with spikes coming out of it and said COVID-19. Like, nigga, I ain't seen no vials of fucking DNA.
I was like, you ever wonder how, like, it's just illustrations? Like, it's always just illustrations.
So that's what it looked like in the fucking test tube, nigga?
It'd be an illustration. They say this is that, this is this. Astrologers, they paint a picture and be like, this is Venus. They paint a picture of it and they show you, like, we have to believe it. Like, astrologers said it, right?
So I'm gonna believe that Pluto,
they study all this.
I'm gonna believe that Pluto is no longer a planet because it's out of the axis or the orbits and shit. But I'm not gonna believe thou shall not fucking kill my niggas.
Come on, man. That's when you put in that perspective, man. That's how real it is, man. Like, science is based off of man-made verbiage and logic.
It's like
when you read the Bible, it's
man. Science is based off of assumptions.
That's what I'm saying. Up. The Bible is philosophy. The Bible is ancient beings being wrote about. We're in 2022.
Man, these niggas went so far.
They went back. You got to think before Christ.
These niggas created portal openers and shit.
Before like, come on, man.
These niggas is opening portals and shit.
Things coming into fruition. Like, come on. Like, things have been prophesized, yo. The end of times have been prophesized.
I've been seeing a lot of wild shit on the internet. Nigga, I saw a video of a tree moving, nigga. I'm talking about on the bottom of the tree. Like, you know how the root, like the tree was moving through the ground and the ground was breaking.
See, man,
the tree was like, you see the fucking trees? Like, nigga.
Hey, look, the thing about it is.
What the fuck going on out here? The thing about
it is, man, you know, I don't know.
That nigga was walking and shit.
Let's just say, what if God was trying to show? What if God was trying to show everybody
like,
something?
Y'all like, that's what I'm saying,
dog. If that's really what happened, like, I can't even imagine that with some like move. Like, what's the difference of seeing that in the movie?
Like, what the fuck?
If you're in a movie theater, you see somebody. What's the difference? Like, that somebody was like probably on some like.
Like, imagine seeing that shit. You be like, what the fuck going on?
Ain't no tree movie.
You probably start running and shit. Come like, on, shit.
Wizard of Oz had trees talking. Like, look away. Wizard of Oz
said,
come on, man. Like, that's TV and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Man, a lot of shit is magic, nigga, and sorcery.
But that's not, you know, that energy does not derive from God. I want people to. I'm gonna be real with folks. If any, if anybody, replay this, you're gonna look at it like this. I'm not mad at people who believe in, like, spirits and, like, I don't know, spirit. You call them spiritual, spiritual beings. I'm not mad at people who the woke community. I'm not mad at you for not relying on religion. I'm not, for real. But it's like, it's just ironic, that you can sit here and tell people that they're stupid for believing in afterlife, for believing in
it's
a
like
paradise.
We're seeing fucking,
but your only basis is off of what mankind says and tells you. Oh, your energy, your man tells you that they fill you up, they pump you up. You know what I'm saying?
And it's like, how can you even you? It's impossible to believe in all that shit and not believe. Like, it's impossible for me to see all this shit and not believe in God. Or it's impossible for me to be like, my zodiac sign say this, and that's shit on point, and this is exactly what it is, but and not believe in a higher power orchestrating these moves, orchestrating this energy, orchestrating, like, it's somebody orchestrating it. So you don't believe in God, but you believe in fucking serial killers and Jason and Freddy Krueger and shit.
Yeah, man. Like, come on, yo. Like, again,
and even down to the point where, like, if you take everything away, like, take religion, take clothes, take fucking food, take all that shit away, you just gonna be a butt naked ass nigga just outside. Like, what the fuck what am I doing here? Think about it. You're gonna be like, what the fuck am I doing here, nigga? Who put me here? You're gonna be like that. It's like everybody's gonna come to that same conclusion. Even the niggas that don't believe, like atheists, they're gonna eventually come to that conclusion that it's real, because it's like, man, what the fuck? I'm not fulfilled not believing. I'm not fulfilled not believing in it. I'm more fulfilled, like, at least hope. Hope could go a long way.
Think about it. Think about who else would want to know anything about more than Earth. Like, what else is there to know? Like, what's the point in knowing about other life? Like, what do you want to bring? Is the purpose to colonize and take yourself somewhere else? Like, what is the point? Why do you want to leave the Earth that you're on? Like,
it's like, if I'm supposed to see a UFO,
I don't. So you can only imagine who's running, who's behind all that. You have to eject. Like,
it's like
at some point you gotta stop.
Run.
I don't want to. Exactly. You trying to run. You trying to get away because prophecy told you what's going to happen. So you think that you can get away from Earth, that you can beat. You know what I'm saying? What's coming? Judgment. Everybody, like, that's the only reason that they're even doing this research and trying to understand and find stuff.
Like, say these niggas do make it to Mars and shit. They probably, man, I wouldn't be surprised if they already there. But you think you any safer there? You just on a whole nother planet with a whole nother fucking.
It's no escaping, bro.
It's a whole nother element that you gotta navigate through. And you really think you that strong to just?
That's how prideful man is, bro. That's how prideful.
Like, so we about to go here and fuck these Martians up. You take their shit too.
Man, if God wanted you to be where the Martians at, God would have put you there. He would have put y'all there. So you going literally just say, God, God, I don't care. I don't want to be here. I want to find out more. I don't think it's more to this. And
you wanna know what's crazy?
What is there more to know that you breathing, bro? Like I said, the people who want to find that out have to be like that has to be from the devil's side. Like
that's what I'm saying.
You're trying to like take away from God's creation. You're trying to mimic it. You got other science is trying to like recreate things, and think about the things they test. Think about the things they do to see if it works.
Like, ain't no way in hell.
Come on, bro. It's all like religion doesn't do that.
Like, I'm hearing stories about scientists transplanting pig hearts into niggas.
And that person died too.
And it's like
that person. I heard about that story.
So we're able to just blindly walk past some shit like that. We're not questioning their practices. Like, we're gonna believe everything they say, but we're not questioning it. Like, these people volunteered to let you do that, nigga.
That's right. And I'm sure not everybody was volunteered to do so.
I'm pretty sure some niggas was kidnapped.
You gotta think about it, man. Like, they probably pull you in with all kind of incentives, you know what I'm saying? They
listen,
tell you,
y'all be watching these comic book shows. If y'all pay attention to these comic books, they be telling y'all what's going on. Like, the Young Justice joint, the Justice League joint, they got a series where they were kidnapping kids. They were kidnapping people who had who had signs of a metagene, and they were trying to activate their metagenes and shit. They were like putting them in these little pods and shit and shooting them up with shit to activate the genes inside of them, to activate their powers and shit, and turn them into metahumans, because they was gonna eventually use them to fuck shit up. And you think about what's going on right now, this country was built off of human trafficking and shit like that.
That's true, man.
Like, this whole country, like, that's what this country is built off of.
The country kept failing, couldn't create. The people who couldn't create, so they had to get some help.
These niggas literally... What's all this shit popping up? Oh shit, we 42 minutes in.
It's all good, man.
Hey, man, look, man, shit. Hey, look, it's one person watching. Hey, I'm about to cut this joint, but yeah, man, tap in, subscribe, or whatever.
Hey,